Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. This is for Aries. Next 2 weeks it is timeless, but it does have a time limit. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and if you are a cross watcher, hey, knock yourself out. Just don't be doing too much spying. That's probably not the best thing. It's best to be up front. Now there is something that I do need to kind of adjust here because I kind of feel like this little guy here that you cannot see is very inspirational to me, and we'll just kind of leave it at that. I got an ink pen mark on my thumb. It's funny, it matches the color of the polish, so maybe that's why I didn't quite pick it up. But anyway, let's get started with Aries next 2 weeks. As I said, timeless, and I can spend a second here just being reminded. I got too many things going on here. Aries. So some of the things that I got was be self-assured without arrogance, without pomposity. You may have lingering thoughts that are covering up past and future milestones of your progress, or things that you can't see, that you don't realize that you've made progress on. And it's not just about what you've done, but things that are coming toward you. Difficulties aren't what they seem. Things that you might consider as a difficulty. Let's see. Let go and embrace the unknown. Hold fast to your desires, but carefully examine what your desires are and embrace them without expectation. And for you, Aries, it's going to feel vulnerable. So squelch the fear that you may have within you. Sorry, I'm kind of messing up the tablecloth here. So next 2 weeks, and how I do this is we do look at the past. And what's fun about looking at the past, even though we only have the now, so it's the past, that we bring what we have in our memory into the now. And the future, that is what we can maybe prepare for or utilize the future energies into the now, because technically there is only now. So if you know it's going to rain and you're going out for work, or you hear that it's going to rain, you bring an umbrella or you wear a raincoat, right? So you are prepared for it. So it's that kind of thing that you may be made aware of. And this is the challenge, I think, because, what did I say? There are things that are lingering thoughts. So you might be ruminating over some things. And it's kind of not allowing you to see the past and the future milestones that's going to relate to what you might feel is progress. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, we look for the one, the source, the original source, the original word, the original one that allows us, with the help of other worldly and other dimensionals that align with us, Aries, next 2 weeks, to help us get kind of a grasp of things that will be helpful, whether it's relationships, job, money, whatever is going to be relevant for you, is what we're kind of looking at. And it almost has something to do with expectations and maybe not really hiding things, but things that are being covered, or they're not, we're distracted. It's like we're distracted. Could be with media, could be with family drama, could be with work drama, could be with financial drama. And we need to kind of chill with that, be solid. What did I say? Be self-assured without arrogance and without pomposity. So I hope that's helpful. Aries, next 2 weeks. Like, share, and subscribe. So yeah, it's going to be 9 cards, and then we'll get some clarifiers on that. Whatever doesn't come out, sometimes I'll get Told it'll be off the top, off the bottom, or in the middle, and it kind of presents itself. All right, we'll see how this goes. All right. Alrighty. So in the past, we might have felt very solid about our financial decisions. So it's like we maybe aren't realizing how solid we are in our financial position. We might be feeling a little uneasy about that. I mean, that bear is pretty solid on that, but let's face it, looks kind of hemmed in. And there's probably a path that got him up there, and I'm thinking that that path that got him up there, I don't know, don't forget about it. There's always that route, right, to get him up there. And I think the Temperance and the Strength card are really similar, because the Temperance is something that has to be hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. And it makes it stronger. It aligns the molecules up. Say if you're doing something like glass or metal, this is really kind of a cool card to see with how we have been tempered, Aries, in our past experiences. And it's not even necessarily to do with money, but maybe our relationship with money. And we've forgotten how to feel secure about that. Wow. Yeah, we're forgetting about the fact there's the sun, and you might feel vulnerable. You may look back on the past and feel vulnerable. That doesn't mean that vulnerability doesn't exist. It means you need to remember what it felt like to tap into that excitement. All right, there's going to be something that's going to link this. So this is the past. Now, how can we utilize this for the present? And this is the present, the now. Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, it's almost like we don't even see the fact that we do have everything that we need. Now, there are pentacles above and there are pentacles below. In the traditional card, it's 6 and 3, but I see this is 5 and 4. And these are all something that we have manifested in our security. The cat looks pretty chill. The cat isn't even aware of the fact that they're being supported by those 4 of Pentacles. So we all have the support that we aren't necessarily tapping into or realizing. Yep, that 4 of Swords. So the cat is resting, and we're kind of talking ourselves out of the strength that we have, right? There's some shame here or something, or not even really like a fear, but reticence. You just kind of, there's like this hesitation because we aren't pulling these energies. Let's face it, you know, there's this strength and ability to balance with temperance. With other people's extremes, we're able to kind of funnel it into, hang on, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I mean, that's like that instant blast. The instant blast that we had is kind of relating to, might shock us into okay, I got to take a chill, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also, don't forget where we came from and who we are, because we have more than enough, because, you know, she's surviving and doing well. Yeah, we definitely don't see our strength. We definitely don't feel it. And as we're ruminating, this has to be, this one and this one is a rumination, because it feels like we're being called into action. And there is no action here. I mean, there was some joy in the past, but in the present, there's no action here. Very sedate, very well, hey, I'm chill, but I'm also maybe a little bit too concerned with thoughts and what people are saying to us. So in the future, maybe what's going to be coming toward us, or what we have access to now, actually, this is part of a breakthrough process. And I think a lot of people look at the World card as an ending card, and it can be that, but this is more of a resource card here. This is these are the resources that we have access to, and we have to realize we might have to get up off our tuchus. So there might be some preparation time. If we're going to sit here, don't make it fruitless. Make it so it's something that, and it's going to be things that we can't see, but we're going to have to tap into that intuition and remembrance because it's being hidden from us, right? Wow. Pay attention, because here comes the action. Here comes the action. A lot of messages, trust your intuition, bring it into the now. This is something that is preparatory. That we might be chill, but in that chill, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we need to start taking advantage of. Because if this is the future, if I could spit it out, if this is the future, then we need to grab the cup, right? We need to grab the cup and make it happen. Right now might be a time for us to figure out what that cup is, but it's going to be heart-centered. It's going to be something that's going to pull us in. This is huge manifestation. Because it's like a letting go too at the same time, because it's the time that we are doing this is where we're going to be carefully examining what our desires are. So looking back at our past and pulling forward into not expectations, but manifestation of our desires. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hope it does. So I guess these are linked. Is there anything else that could be helpful? Manifest success. Manifesting our success. So if you are, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you're on Rumble, I think it's a follow. I've got a few people that I'm following right now. They're quite inspiring, and that's what we need. We need inspiration. We definitely need inspiration for accomplishing our goals right now. Some people don't feel like they need that within themselves, but it's always good. You know what? I see a lot of stuff where people are saying they don't need other people. Okay, I don't know. I think that that's just a woundedness that people aren't willing to or aren't able to heal on their own. And you have to be willing to heal. And you do need other people. I think it was in the C.S. Lewis. Oh, what was that? It was the Dawn Treader, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where the character Eustace had turned into a dragon, and it was Aslan who said, "You have to let me help you," because we are often wanting to do things on our own and be independent. Nothing wrong with that, but we also need each other. And if you can't have a conversation with a fellow with same or similar values that you have, I mean, it doesn't mean you have to ask them to move in or anything, but if you're getting upset over what other people are saying, then that kind of shows that that's not vulnerability, that's rigidity. Because we need each other, we're all connected. And I hope that kind of makes sense, because I've been encountering a lot of that. People being very rigid and standoffish and not wanting to openly share in a forum. It's hard to get. People want to point out the problems, but people don't want to, you know, because this is a collective thing. You know, we have to be able to see the solutions as well. All right. Completion. It's a good time to finish old tasks. Clear your plate to be ready for the next thing. So that's this right here. It's transferring this to get ready for this. Using what's here. You're not going to throw out the plate and the fork. You are going to clean them. And it's gonna manifest a lot of abundance. And give freely, again, whether it's your time, whether it's your money, whether it's, you know, whatever it is that you have. Because this is what community is about. We're going to really need each other. We need each other now. And a lot of people, because of the recent influx of energy, you're either opening up or you're closing up. You're either opening up or you're closing down, really, and more accurately. And we have to open up. We have to pull the bow off and open the box. We have to give freely. Without expectations, because a gift is not a gift if you expect something in return. Not even a thank you. I mean, it might be hurtful at first when you have somebody do that to you, but ultimately it shows their rigidity and fear. Okay? Don't be mad. Don't be upset. Just say, well, they're not where we are, and Godspeed. And taking that time out. So here's your time out. Resting well is as important as working hard. Take a break and do something for yourself. What's that last word? Now. Do it now. Do it right now. Do it when the video's done. Seal. So this is about a business contract, documents, and a gift of money. Career is about writing, something clerical, paperwork, and staying put. That's the card of staying put. But, you know, not being hasty, I think was the other thing too, is that get a move on, but don't be hasty. You know, examine those thoughts, examine those feelings. Make sure they're yours, and don't do it with a closed heart. You know, let go of the pomposity and any arrogance you might feel about it. And these are thoughts about covering the past and the future milestones that we've had in our progress. And difficulties, that is more like a challenge, right? Challenges are really what we need to be a little more aware of. This is like really quick. So thanks so much, Aries. Do like, share, and subscribe. Let me know. Please do leave a comment. I don't get enough comments. I mean, I'll get them on other platforms, just not, you know, a lot on YouTube and Rumble. So thank you so much. And I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.